And when I wake up, I recognize you looking at me for the pay cut. But how much I be looking at you from the face down? One Mac 11, even boom with the bass down. Skimming, and let me tell you about my life. Painkillers only put me in the twilight. With pretty pussy and Benjamin is the highlight. I tell my mama I love her, but this what I like. Lord knows, 20 of them in my Chevy. Tell them all to come and get me, reaping everything I stole. So my karma come in heaven, no preliminary hearings on my record. I'm a motherfucking gangster, silence for the record. Tell the world I know it's too late. Boys and girls, I think I've gone great. Trying to decide my vices all day. Won't you please believe when I say, when you know we've been hurt, been down before. Nigga, when our pride was low, looking at the world like where do we go? Nigga, and we hate poor. Wanna kill us dead in the street for sure. Nigga, I'm at the preacher's door. My knees getting weak and my gun might blow, but we gon' be alright.
Nigga, we gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Huh? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright.
What you want? You a house, you a car, 40 acres and a mule, a piano with guitar, anything. See, my name is Lucy, I'm your dog. Motherfucker, you can live in the mall. I can see the evil, I can tell it. I know it's illegal. I don't think about it. I deposit every other zero. Thinking of my partner, put the candy, petting on the Rico. Digging in my pocket, ain't a profit. Big enough to feed you every day. My logic, get another dollar just to keep you in the presence of the Chico. I don't talk about it, be about it. Every day I see you. If I got it, you know you got it. Ever I can reach you. Pet dog, my dog, that's all. Bitch back and chat, I trust it back for y'all. I rap, I'm black on track, so rest assured. My rights, my wrongs, I'm right till I'm right with God. When you know we've been hurt, been down before. Nigga, when our pride was low, looking at the world like where do we go? Nigga, and we hate poor. Wanna kill us dead in the street for sure. Nigga, I'm at the preacher's door. My knees getting weak and my gun might blow, but we gon' be alright.
Nigga, we gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Huh? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright.
I keep my head up high, I cross my heart, in the dark. Love me is my fear, too afraid of my changes. I'm alright in your favor, dark nights in my prayers.
Hey cousins, what's going on, y'all? I hope everybody's doing good on this beautiful Monday. If you have not already, please do me a big favor and smash the fucking like button, okay? I can't see how many likes we got right now, but I'ma still need y'all to smash that motherfucker. So smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're here for the very first time. We actually closed the doors today. We haven't been closing the doors, but today I said, no, we got to close the door for at least the first 20 minutes. Okay, so if you want to get into the chat, you need to subscribe to the channel. If not, then oh well. But smash the like button at least. It helps us get into the algorithm. It helps the channel grow and all of that good shit. So again, what's up, cousins? How y'all feeling? How's everything going on this Monday? Today was a bit of an eventful day for me. Got some bad news at the doctors, but I'm still keeping a positive mindset, and I ended that off by going to get some frozen yogurt. So whatever. But again, smash the like button, run that up for me, because we got a little exclusive to talk about, because apparently The Game and Drake were in the studio this weekend. Drake pulled up to the studio. So we got that to talk about. And then anything else y'all want to engage in. But let's get our roll call. Shout out to my mods. Love y'all. Holding down the chat. Y'all know. Put the motherfuckers in the bushes. And if they get besides themselves, we should be good though. We should be good though. Like I said, I did close the doors. Um, hold on. Oh, that is too loud. What the fuck is that? That is too loud. But yeah, shout out to my mom. Shout out to Kwani, Unapologetic, Tiff, Demi, Kayla, Raphael, Tim Tim, Miss Bynum, um, whoever else, Tiff. My memory is fried. But let's see who all up in here. JJ is here. Southern Belle is here. User DM is here. Monie, was this bar directed at the game? And if yes, was the game over from the Super Bowl maybe directed at him? I want y'all to stop saying that. I want y'all to really stop thinking the Super Bowl had anything to do with the game. It is not true. Stop saying that. And that's not even me like trying to be funny or anything, but just stop saying that, please. Shout out to TT, shout out to Q, shout out to Nash. Paige is in the building. I want to K. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. E is in the building. Lily is in the building. Kaylani is here. Tony is here. What's going on, dickhead? No Face is here. What's going on? Forever Blessed is here. Nubia is here. What's going on? What's going on? EW Lightning is in the building. What's up? Momo is here. My girl Nikki is in the building. Cat Williams. Alana. What's going on? Who else? Babyface J. Percy. KC. My girl Lex. Shout out to my girl Lex with the $2 holla. Appreciate you, cousin. Thank you so much.
Cousin! What's up, cousin? What's up? I ain't seen you and I don't know.
All right. So the Game and Drake, is that what that smell? Stop playing. You crazy. You are hilarious. Shout out to the cousin user ZU with the 2 jewels and a silver star. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Hold on. I'll do this. That makes sense. Hugh said, haven't been paying much attention to the game in Aubrey. I've been watching the Tupac trial all day, to be honest. Was it inside the courtroom? Q, were they inside the courtroom? I've been out all day, so I haven't been able to check. Okay, I'm gonna have to tune in. I'm gonna have to pull up a video or something. But again, y'all, like I was saying, we got a little bit of an exclusive. Unapologetic, can you time this? Write down the 9-minute mark, just in case we need to clip this up. But yeah, so Drake pulled up to the studio last night, apparently. Well, not last night, this weekend. I'm not even sure which day it was because last night I believe he was on a steak stream and I think that was in Canada. But we need 70 more likes, y'all. If you have not smashed the like button, I don't know what that shit is about. We usually better than that on the likes now. But yeah, so we got a little exclusive to talk about because apparently While the game was in the studio this weekend, Drake pulled up. And I know exactly what some of y'all are probably thinking. Like, Monie, the game and Drake are friends. Drake answers his calls. Drake gives him concert tickets. Drake puts him on private jets and have him drinking the finest champagne. Like, what's the big deal about Drake treating Game like a bad bitch? Like, who cares? It's probably nothing. You're right. You're absolutely right. But the timing is what makes this a little interesting to me, honestly, because all of this happened while Game is publicly revisiting his issues with Kendrick Lamar. You know what I'm saying? So, for those who need like a quick little backstory, so Stat Quo recently revealed that the Game had been feeling some type of way because Kendrick stopped answering his calls. Then Top Dog came from behind the shadows, him in that red hat, and he basically confirmed what we over here at Chillin' with Moni had already been saying, that Kendrick distanced himself from the game, tracing back to 2015 because of that 100 music video, when Game brought Drake into Compton and Drake essentially dissed Kendrick in his own backyard. Yes, the red hat. The red hat. um and ever since Stat Quo told us that um Game has since like basically tried to defend himself, even comparing the situation to Kendrick appearing on an episode of Power with 50 Cent. And we already talked about why that comparison makes absolutely no sense, but things got even more interesting because Game appeared under a video criticizing Kendrick and arguing that Kendrick should be showing him more respect because the Game had supported him early in his career. And that bothers me about people because it's like, just because you did something for me at one point in time doesn't mean that I'm just supposed to ignore all of the fuck shit you eventually do to me. It's like, how dare I hold you accountable? How dare I cut ties with you just because you put a nigga on a record before? Like, that's the sign of a fucking narcissist, in my opinion. Like, you're out of your fucking mind. You're out of your fucking mind. You think you're able to disrespect me, but I'm supposed to be good to you at all times? Like, you're crazy. You're out of your mind. And so like I was saying, Game appeared under a video where he was criticizing Kendrick. Well, Poetic Flacco was criticizing Kendrick and arguing that Kendrick should show more respect because Game supported him early in his career. And the Game left a comment. Let me see if I have the comment. I think I saved it. This is the comment. Also shout out to everybody who called out Hot New Hip Hop and all those other blogs for literally taking my screenshot and putting it on their websites and not even crediting me. So shout out to Kwani, shout out to Hip Hop Clips, shout out to Mumu, shout out to Youngin. There was a couple other people as well, so I appreciate y'all. But this is a screenshot that I had took under the Poetic Flacco video. Which is crazy because they could have just went and took their own fucking screenshot, but of course they didn't know where the comment was, so they couldn't. So they just took my fucking screenshot and didn't want to credit me. But basically, this is what he said. He said, "At least one nigga get it. These, I can't even see. Fans and internet goofies will never get it. These niggas aren't who you think they are. One day, I'm going to pull the curtain down so you can see every clown in the circus." So this is a comment that the Game decided to leave under a video kicking Kendrick's back in, essentially. In the video, Poetic Flacco is like Oh, Kendrick likes to pretend to be mysterious. He think he's above calling people. He think he's Jesus Christ and all types of negative shit. And this is the comment that you're leaving under videos. Like, I don't get it. And if I was someone from the outside looking in, and even if I was looking in, this to me sounds like a fucking threat. I don't know about y'all, but does this not read as a threat? Like, what do you mean you're gonna pull the curtain down um so you can see every clown in the circus? Who are you talking about, Jason? Are you talking about Kendrick? Are you talking about TDE? Are you talking about Top Dog? Somebody else? Like, who are you talking about, bro? And mind you, this is a comment that is coming after Stat Quo. Stat Quo has been consistently getting on the Third Verse podcast and basically trying to defend the game. And I don't mind the fact that he's trying to defend the game, but I also want him to be realistic because you can't tell us that the game loves Kendrick Lamar, that there's no beef, there's no issues, but then the game gets on the internet and he's leaving comments like this. Like, he's essentially contradicting everything you're swearing up and down to, Stackwell, on the Third Verse podcast. He's contradicting everything that you say. And don't tell me this nigga is drunk. I'm tired of the excuse of him being drunk. He's too old. He should know how to hold his fucking liquor by now. Like, come on. It has to stop. So, again, who are you talking to? Are you talking to Kendrick about exposing the curtain, pulling the curtain down, exposing clowns in a circus? Like, is this about Kendrick? Is it about TDE? Is this about Top Dog? And it just doesn't look good, especially because Top Dog saw it and Top Dog retweeted it. If you go on Top Dog's page right now and look at his repost, I think it's like the first or the second repost on his page. So he saw this comment that JC on left. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. But anyway, to the actual topic at hand, the game and Drake being in the studio this weekend. So just hours after Game was online talking about pulling the curtains down and exposing clowns, Game security guard G Magic posted on Instagram, "Hey, not to piss anyone off, but the game is in the studio with laughing emojis." Now, y'all know me. Y'all know me. I'm nosy as fuck. And I'm never one to assume because I seen a bunch of creators, and shout out to all the creators, but I seen a bunch of creators jumping out the window saying that the game was about to diss Kendrick. And instead of assuming, I figured, why not just ask the motherfucker? So I jumped in his DM. I jumped in G Magic's DM and I said, is this for the game's album or does he intend to diss? That's it. I didn't ask anything else. I honestly didn't really expect him to respond to me, to be honest, but closed mouths don't get fed. And you know, we like a little snacky snack over here. So why the fuck not ask? Okay. And he responded. He responded and he gave me information that I didn't even ask for. I didn't ask for anything about Drake, but he responded and said, "Not sure. I left when Drake showed up. I was tired." So now I'm reading this shit back like, Drake. I'm feeling like Soldier Boy in that Breakfast Club interview because nigga, I didn't ask you anything about Drake. I didn't ask you anything about Drake. I asked you if the game was working on his album or was he preparing to diss somebody? And somehow your answer became, I don't know, because Drake pulled up. Drake showed up. Hmm. Now I'm asking more questions now at this point. I got a whole bunch more questions because again, let's look at the timing of all of this shit. Let's look at the timing of all this shit. Game just spent the last week or two, the last couple of days, talking about Kendrick. He's questioning why Kendrick stopped talking to him. He's defending bringing Drake to Compton, literally just at the verses. He randomly blurts out, I don't care how anybody feel about the boy. That's my nigga. Like, nobody cares, bro. Nobody cares, bro. And then he's under the post from Poetic Flacco criticizing Kendrick, where he's talking about Kendrick think he's Jesus Christ. He's telling people he's eventually going to pull the curtain down and show everybody the clowns in the circus. And then just hours after making that comment, here he is now in the studio. And according to his own security guard, who ain't securing shit, because why are you even telling me this, sir? Why are you volunteering this information to me, sir? But according to his security guard, Drake pulled up. Then the very next night, we have to keep in mind, Drake gets on his steak stream and he popping it. He talking about rappers better be careful with their replies because his pen isn't dry or is I don't know what the fuck he said, but essentially talking about his pen is ready. What is happening? What the hell are we doing? Is this another 100 moment? Are they about to make 200? I don't know. Is this Drake finally giving the game another feature? Because remember, I think what in 2022, um, the game had that song or that voicemail on his album called Drake with the Braids, and Drake sounds like he's sleeping and he's telling the game why he can't give him another feature. So is he finally giving him another feature after all these years, or is this another tailor-made situation? Allegedly. Allegedly. Make sure we put the allegedly in that when we clip it, okay? Is this another tailor-made situation? Because again, let's harp on the timing. Timing is important. Timing. Don't tell me, oh, they cool. It's nothing. It's nothing. Get the fuck out of here. We know how these niggas move. We know the game that these niggas like to play. We know how they like to play. So what should come from this? What is gonna come from this? And because I know motherfuckers are gonna try and say, well, Monie is a liar. Monie is a fat liar. Why do you guys believe anything that she gotta say? Bitch, I keep them receipts on me. You know I don't play that. You know I don't fucking play that. So this is the DM between me and Mr. G Magic. This is the conversation between us. I even asked him another question in regards to the game allowing himself to be used as a pawn. Because again, I'm a nosy motherfucker and I am going to put this journalism degree to use. I'm going to put it to use. I told him, I said, well, people feel like the game is allowing himself to be used. And he responded by saying, basically, they don't care. They do not care. He said something else about, what did he say? He said something about hip hop is the only job where you don't need a high school diploma. Whatever the fuck that means. I don't even know what the fuck he was talking about. But, but, but I responded and I said, well, you can't tell us that the game loves Kendrick Lamar the same way Stat keeps trying to tell that to us. You can't tell us that he loves Kendrick Lamar, but then he gets on the internet and he says slick shit like this. He says disrespectful shit like this. Like it just doesn't work. It's a contradiction. It's just a contradiction. So I'm just watching to see what's gonna happen next, cousins. What y'all think's gonna happen next? You think these niggas is trying to diss Kendrick, Or you think they just was in a studio playing footsies? Like, what do y'all think it is? I don't know. I don't know. These two, if they know what's best for them, they should just leave it alone. We do not want a repeat of what occurred in 2024. Like, I feel like Kendrick Lamar has tried to move on with his life. He's did what he was set out to do. You called him out. He responded. Y'all battled after all of these years. We finally got to the bottom of it. Who was the better rapper? Because people people like to pretend like this shit hasn't been going on for a long time. And JC is one of those people, because for him to keep trying to say that he had no idea that Kendrick Lamar and Drake had issues, it's just hard for me to believe him. It's hard for me to believe him, especially knowing the game. The game likes to insert himself in everybody's beef. It could have absolutely nothing to do with him, and somehow, some way, this motherfucker is at the scene of the crime inserting himself. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of hard for me to believe. Like, leading up to 2015, Kendrick and Drake had consistently said slick shit to each other. You know what I'm saying? They consistently said slick shit to each other. We all know over here at Chillin' with Monie, this shit started in 2013 with the MTV Hottest MC list. Kendrick was crowned number one. Drake was number five. Cole wasn't even on the fucking list. Then them two linked up together and they put out Jodeci Freestyle, where they're criticizing the list and the people who created the list. Drake was on there talking about some, oh, please stop, the hottest MC, we know that you're not, or whatever the fuck he said. J. Cole is just complaining because he wasn't even on the list. That motherfucker is always an afterthought when it comes to this big three shit. But they both complained. Kanye West even complained about the list. He called up to Hot 97, the radio station, and was complaining about the list. So a bunch of rappers were upset about their placement on this list. So instead of complaining, Kendrick decided to release Control. And he said, what's with the subliminals? Let's just say each other's name and let's just call each other to the booth. Let's get into the booth. And then we got Control. That's how all this shit started. And I need people to start telling the story from the beginning. Do not start at Control, because when y'all start at Control, you absolve Drake and J. Cole for starting this shit, because it was them who started this shit. You know what I'm saying? Then, of course, all the domino effects came. Drake is crying in every fucking interview like a fucking baby. He's hooting and hollering. Then he released The Language, which I think is like the first official shot on wax at Kendrick. Kendrick responded during the BET TDE cipher. So it's just like been a reoccurring thing, especially leading up to 2015. So again, JC I just have a very hard time believing you had no idea these two motherfuckers were having a little back and forth with each other. Media at that point was also putting out articles, blog posts, radio posts, comparing them to each other, saying that they needed to battle. So again, it's just hard for me to believe, JC that he had no idea. I just can't believe it. But then again, JC did have his own issues. So he did have his own issues. I think in like 2013, that's when he got caught photoshopping his face on that white man with the picture of Tupac. I think 2013 was also around the time his father was doing interviews talking about how the game used to be a stripper. I also think that's when he left Interscope as well. So the game had a lot of shit going on. So maybe he wasn't paying attention. Maybe he wasn't paying attention. I don't know. But then again, I don't believe him because this nigga will put his nose where it does not belong. Remember, he jumped in the Tiger and Little Dirk situation. Had nothing to do with him, but he claims he was defending the West Coast. He always in interviews talking about, well, if something going on the West Coast, I'm coming to the defense because I'm Mighty Morphin Power of Blood, so I gotta come to the defense of everybody at the West Coast, except if your name is Kendrick Lamar. If your name is Kendrick Lamar, fuck you, you're on your own. This motherfucker is crazy. This motherfucker is crazy. He's crazy. So again, we officially had an exclusive via the game security guard that Drake and the game were in the studio this weekend. Now, we don't know what they were in the studio for. It's a mystery. But it comes off the heels of Jason Taylor under that post with Poetic Flacco talking about at least one nigga get it. Fans and internet goofies will never get it. These niggas aren't who you think they are. One day, I'm gonna pull the curtain down so you can see every clown in the circus. Timing and intention is always important. And this is a very interesting time for the game and Jason Taylor. For Jason Taylor and Aubrey Graham to be in a studio together, if you ask me. And another thing I did consider, the game's security guard could very well be lying. Could very well be lying because niggas like to, these niggas like to claim, oh, we set the trap, we set the bait. Da, 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 da. They could be lying. They could be lying. They could just be seeing what's going to be reported. Well, congratulations, motherfucker. Here we are. We are talking about it. And we want to see if you niggas is really bad, like y'all claim y'all bad. If y'all really going to have the balls to get on a record and come at Dot. We want to see if y'all have the balls. Especially you, Jason. We want to see if you have the balls to legit come at Kendrick. Aubrey, we want to see if you have the balls to attempt to try again, especially when you have an amended complaint in a federal court right now. We daring y'all. We daring y'all. So come with it if you're going to come with it. Don't bullshit around. Don't pussyfoot around. Just come with it. Just drop it. I heard Dot is coming very, very soon. Very soon. And niggas is going to be upset again. Per usual. So make our day. As content creators, we live for this shit. So make our day. Be straight through. Don't jump around. Don't teeter totter on the line. Just go right ahead and say it. We would love that. And before I get off of here, I will end this by saying it is really sad to see Jason allow himself to be used in this manner. I know Glasses was on it like there's a transactional relationship here. And I get that, but there's also a lot of jealousy and built up animosity when it comes to Jason as well. And it's festering so much in him that he's willing to be a contrarian and go against the grain. And I've noticed some people were sending me like videos of him recently at a concert, and he was talking about Nipsey, and then he started talking about death. I think with Stat Quo also mentioned he had a conversation with the game as well, and he brought up death again. And I don't want to think that the game is looking for a way to take himself out. I don't want to think that, but that's what it feels like. It feels like the game believes in order for him to be appreciated or for him to be respected, he has to die in the fashion that a Nipsey Hussle did. He wants to be immortalized, and he feels like if he dies, that will happen for him. But what he's failing to realize is that the reason Nipsey Hussle is so revered across the globe is because of the man that he was, the things that he did for community, how he gave back, the jobs that he gave people, bringing different sets together, Bloods and the Crips. JC, you're not doing none of that. You're not doing none of that. You're not doing none of that. You had a great run when you were at the forefront of the West Coast. You had an amazing run, and all of that was overshadowed, overpowered by your actions. You ruined your legacy because of your actions, trying to beef with everybody, name dropping, just unnecessary shit has ruined your discography, has ruined your legacy, and people don't give a fuck. And it feels like you're realizing that. Stat is even realizing that because he's trying to fix it for you. Every time Stat opens his mouth on that Third Verse podcast, it's because he's trying to fix your image. But then you get in the comment section and you be disrespectful. You go against everything that Stat just told us. If you want to be respected, you have to carry yourself with respect. And you don't. You be all over the place. You be drunk as fuck. You be banging until you can't bang no more. Nigga, we see you. We see you, bloody. You don't have to keep telling us that you the biggest blood to ever fucking exist in the world. When that ain't true, nigga, DJ Quick came before you. So get the fuck out of here, bro. I want him to stop talking about death because the tongue is powerful. It is very fucking powerful. Nobody has to die over this. Again, you inserted yourself into somebody else's beef. Unprovoked. Nobody walked you to the party. Nobody invited you to the party. You could have just minded your fucking business. Nobody's telling you you needed to defend Kendrick because nobody was looking for you to defend Kendrick. Nobody's asking you to defend Drake. But you keep harping on the fact that you got a friendship with that man and nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. Niggas is tired of you and that backhanded bullshit and slick shit that you be running off at the mouth with. Unprovoked, you on a timeline. Oh, if somebody else the best in Compton, they need to come prove it. Get the fuck out of here. Where were you at when in 2017? You weren't talking that shit then. Where were you at when they passed that nigga the torch? You wasn't talking that shit then. You were on the stage trying to get cameo time. You have to stop. You have to stop, bro. You really do. You are ruining what little left of your legacy that you do got. I'm so tired of everybody wanting to lead these conversations with, oh, the game is a legend. Oh, the game is a legend. Nobody said he wasn't. He's an asshole too. Nobody's trying to take away from what he did. What we talking about is present day. He's a fucking asshole. And nobody want to deal with that shit. Nobody want to deal with that. So again, shout out to the game's security guard. Again, he could be lying to me. He could just be trying to bait me into some shit. I don't know. But if you are security for the game, you need to shut your mouth. You honestly need to shut your mouth because you shouldn't even told me that. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you because I was able to come and tell my cousins this that the game and Drake were in the studio. I was able to tell my cousins. And I love telling my cousins stuff. You know? I love telling my cousins stuff. So here we are. We shall wait and see if anything comes from this. I doubt Drake give this nigga a feature. He told that nigga in 2022, I think he told that nigga, well, I can't give you no feature because I'm just so motherfucking busy. And because JC is such a fucking groupie, he used the voicemail on an interlude. Shit is crazy. It is ridiculous. Motherfuckers gotta get it together. But cousins, I just wanted to come on here and tell y'all this. Um, I got a little bit of a migraine, so I'm gonna call it a night. Thank you so much to anybody who has sent me any type of donation today, any type of jewel. I appreciate y'all so much. I love y'all. Thank you very, very, very much. Thank you to anybody who liked this video. Y'all be safe and y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. Hopefully y'all feel better tomorrow so we can talk about this a little bit more. But if not, again, love y'all. Y'all be safe and I'll catch y'all in the Discord. Come in the Discord. Come hang with us in the Discord. Later.